Guys, this is Darren with Madcap Toys. I'm doing the promised but yet late video that I told you I would do, those of you that follow us here at Madcap Toys, about the current state of my eBay sales. Now, if you look at the chart that's sitting right in front of you, that'll give you an idea. But the sales that we're going to be talking about is basically 2020 sales. We were doing very well with those sales all the way from January 1st all the way again to the magic month of September. Somewhere around the third week of September again, if you all remember the great eBay glitch of last year that screwed up my site, my store, and everything that we were doing on eBay, to where we went from 468% up to down, I believe it was either 68 or 86%. I can't remember. If you want to know, you can look at the video. But it trashed us that year, and we basically took and we said, hey, we know a solution to this glitch, because we talked to several techs at eBay. We had a couple of people that disagreed with it. That's fine. That's their opinion. They can do whatever works for them. Some of them did. Some of it worked. Some of them didn't. And it didn't work. Okay, but anyway, we took and we unlisted over 5,000 plus items. I think it was like 5,600, 5,700 at the time, and restarted selling similar by the third week or fourth week of September. We totally ended them, and we started selling similar to get our items back into the search and what have you of eBay. But basically, somewhere around September of 2020, eBay was starting to mess around with their site again. And honest with you, it went all the way for me anyway, from October to somewhere around the first or second half of the second week of November. But thank the Lord, we hit our goals for 2020. We beat our estimates. And we beat what we wanted to do by 70%, which was great. Now, I wish there was a way that I could actually show you guys some of these clips that I have, but I'm not able to. But my eBay sales for 2020 overall, except for about a 4 or 5 week stint that, I would say were slowed down by up to 60%. Honestly, it ended pretty good for us. Up over 70% of our goal and our estimate of what we wanted to hit, both in listings, in value of items that we're building up in our store, stocking up in the store for the upcoming season and year, and also in the dollar figures that we projected. I've had a couple of you guys ask, those of you that follow us in our Facebook group or Instagram, Pinterest, you name it. Darren, if you've been on eBay so long, why is it that Madcap Toys doesn't have as many feedbacks as I think they should have? Now, that's not me. That's the person asking. Okay, I'm not going to give his or her name, but I'm going to tell you why. I have been on and off eBay 6 times. All right? I've not stayed on eBay till the last 3 or 4 years of doing this on eBay full time because A, I didn't have to, and B, frankly, I hated Meg Whitman, and I've disliked some of eBay's choices and things that they've done to the sellers on eBay. I still think their fees are way too high. I think that their customer service sucks, and even though the people in there are very nice and polite, I think that the service that I'm paying for right now blows. For instance, I moved up again from, I believe it's called a premium store. If I've got that second ranking store name wrong, you guys forgive me, correct it in the comments below. But I'm into the anchor level where basically I can list up to 10,000 items. I think it's pay $379, $389 something a month, and then pay X amount of final value fees, right? Okay, so I'm back up to the anchor store. But I'm paying these guys $399 or $400 a month, let's say. And like this last month, I was kicking it out the rear end, but yet here all of a sudden they slowed me down on the third week and a half of the month to to where I've had to work like the devil to pick up and make money to pay my fees that they're going to be wanting to charge me and to keep turning a profit in the store. I don't like to work half the month to pay my fees. That's where I'm a big Macari fan, and I've been other people's fans and of other sites, because I get sick of paying fees to have eBay screw up my system. I don't mind paying fees when I'm selling, but I don't like to want to make a $6,000 to $10,000 month and I eke out a $5,000. You know, it just really blows. I was watching James Heffler stay the other day over there. I can't remember if his name's Retro Blasting, what it is now. I can't remember. So if I got that name wrong, forgive me. And I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad. But, you know, he likes to make anywhere from $200 to $600 a day. I like to make, you know, anywhere from at least 100 guys, at least 100 to, you know, 5 or 6 myself. But the problem is with eBay, it seems like somewhere all the time they're interrupting the flow. When you get a good flow going and you start thinking, okay, I can budget for this, I can budget for that, they start doing something to blow everything out of the water, and they can ruin a seller in just a matter of weeks. But yet they don't stop their fees. They don't stop final value fees. They don't stop, you know, charging you fees for your store. I personally believe whoever is in charge of eBay now, I've read who it is, I don't remember the name, I don't really care who you are. If you listen to this video about customer service, get your head out your butt and stop screwing with the site, or totally redo the site and get it up to date to where we don't have to, every time you turn around every year for years on end, have something screw up our listings. I continually run into this glitch that eBay keeps dealing with me on, where I'll sell an item, but that item has already been sold prior in the last 90 days, but it'll show up again as a for sale item, because somebody that's put it in their watch list, eBay allows them to purchase the item. Now, either eBay's not telling them that it's sold, or eBay's just, when they're re-upping their system, they're bringing a ghost listing online of something that I've had that I've already sold to somebody else, and oftentimes I can prove it. I've turned it in 6 different times to eBay, talked to 6 different reps, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. And when I go to show them it, magically it disappears out of my history. So I'm having a few problems like that, and that's been a little bit of grief. That's where I get a few what I call complaints saying, why did you cancel my item? Well, I canceled your item because I sold your item. And I had to say that to another guy this last week, and I don't like doing that because I like to give my customers what they're paying for. And that's what we strive on, is good customer service. But you can't give good customer service if the site you're working with continually says, hey, I don't know what you're talking about, and magically all your evidence disappears from the site. All right, well, let me move on. I don't want to gripe and make this a gripey video, even though it's coming off that way a little bit. I apologize for that. But our goals for 2020 was basically pretty simple, everyone. We had simple goals. And I heard we got a discussion at RVA Flips on his Facebook page over here, there at his site. And me and Kathy was discussing it. Several people have been saying, Darren, how do you guys stay motivated? How do you other sellers on eBay, Macari, etc., stay motivated? Well, first off, Kathy and I come up with a year-to-year plan, and then we divide it down into a month-per-month plan. And the best thing you can do to hit your goals, to hit your numbers, to hit your sales revenue that you're wanting to do, is make it simply stupid. You know, keep it simple and stupid. And there's a synonym they call KISS. But, you know, it really doesn't matter what it is, but what you need to do is just make simple goals that are obtainable and doable for you. If you're starting out on eBay today and you don't have listing 1, you need to realize that you may not hit 1,000 listings your first year, because A, you're going to have to learn the system. B, you're going to have to work with the system. And C, you're going to have to honestly source unless you've already got sourcers for your store. And, everybody's goals is different. Everybody's projections are different. Everybody's viewpoints and values are different. What will work for me may not work for you. And what you would accept may not be what I would be willing to accept. But keep your goals simple. Get you a calendar, set it beside your listing table or your desk or your kitchen table or wherever you're listing from, and write down what you want to do each month. I'd start month by month before I'd go year by year if you're new at this. Now, as sellers are here and been here for a couple of years or more, I'd say, guys, you need to start setting yearly goals because it really blows when you're not hitting those goals. Because you can get discouraged, and honest with you, some of you guys can get burned out real quick and easy if you're not being motivated to move. Kathy and I set simple goals. This last year, here's one of my goals that I had for 2020. Kathy and I come up with this. After the debacle of 2019 with all the glitch issues from eBay, I deleted every single listing off the site. I ended them. Then after that, I went through and started editing those listings and began to relist them or put them in a place that says sell similar, and I'd rework the title, I'd rework all the info, I'd put in all the diagnostic stats that they wanted in the listing. I'd sit there and I'd rework my description as best I could, and then I'd put that baby online, make it active. Well, our goal for last year, this 2020, was to get 100,000 in value. Now, guys, I know there's some people, and one guy I know big time. There's some of you guys out there that say, I don't want to be a museum. I don't want to be a store like that. I want to get an item, put it on, I want to sell it. Well, that's great for some of you guys that's got 100,000 viewers out there in YouTube land, but some of us don't. And we've just, actually started using our YouTube video site to advertise our store and some of our goods, which is fine. Everybody's got their own thing, so everybody can do their own thing. That's great. But here's the thing. If you're trying to run a store that's not going to always be needing you to run out to find somebody real quick to find that extra merchandise to list and put on, because if you don't turn and burn it and it runs out, then your fire's going to go out totally. If you've got a recession or you've got a lack of yard sales due to the virus, for instance, or whatever the case is, the flea market's going out of business because they can't be open and sell you stuff, or you can't go to the local estate sales or whatever because of, COVID restrictions. You guys that want to turn and burn, that's good and great. That's a good model. My model is not the same. I've got a model, like I said, like some of these guys, like Heffler Stay, and some of you guys know him, the Auction Professor. I think he's got like 48,000 listings. Heffler Stay has currently about 26,000. I've only got 6,000 plus, going on 7. But so, we're by no means one of the bigger dogs, because I know of a guy literally that has over 100,000 listings of just comics, and I know a guy that's got, I could be wrong, I could have mislooked at it, but I think he had literally like almost 1 million listings online. I don't know how he did it or is doing it. I'd hate to pay the fees, but I can't even remember his name, but he was huge. I'd love to have that many things to put online. But, some of us do things like on YouTube. We'll bank merchandise for a rainy day if we can't list. And usually our sales will be pretty consistent. Of course, the more you put on, the more you list, the more you're going to sell. But my sales stay pretty consistent for sometimes up to a week and a half if I take a vacation or I have to go visit somebody that's sick out of state or something like that, or go do a business trip, or honestly with you, do a little hunting for toys or what have you. But some guys that do the turn and burn, that want to put things on and sell it, and if it don't sell in 30 days, they start cutting everything in their inventory by 5% on down. That's fine. That's their business model, but honestly, it's not the best business model, because there's going to come a time if they can't find merchandise, they're going to be hurting for merchandise, and you can't keep a business running without something in the bank, as it were, whether it be finances or stuff. Okay, let me hear your opinions on that. I know there's a lot of them out there. There is no truly, in my opinion, wrong opinion. I just think it's better to build up inventory and sell it a little slower than it is to get it and just push it out no matter what. I'd rather make my money sometimes slower than make it all right now and then later on have to give everything away and wish I hadn't to make my return that I need to have to stay in business. By the way, my sales rate this last year, sell-through rate, some people don't. I wish eBay would give us a better way of looking at this than they do, just putting it on my front page. I'd like to really see that. My sell-through rate averages on eBay right now 6%. My goal for 221 is to take and get it up to 7 or 8%. It has dropped whenever eBay pulls their shenanigans down to 3%. And I don't like it below 5. If I can get 5% or above, that's great. My sell-through rate on Mercari, which I'm going to have another sales video about how my sales on Mercari has been doing for the year 2020. I'm going to be telling you about that. But my sell-through rate on Mercari is currently 13%. I've had it to 15%, but I've had it as low as 9%. So that tells you something's wrong when eBay's pulling their crap. Because everything I do on eBay usually goes through and goes up. And you can see the graph that I've got right here before you from January 4th to, I think it's January 3rd, if I'm counting it right. I could be wrong. But you notice right here between the January 25th and the February 1st that there's a space that's empty. And that, guys, I did $0. I mean, nada, nothing. Reason why? Every time I went to eBay, I got a 404 error, basically. Hey, it's not you, it's us. Or I'd get where I was putting on, my pictures wouldn't show up. Or I'd get where I'd get in and keep asking me to log in, which literally drives me insane to do that more than 3 times. All right, but anyway, moving on. My goal is simple for 2021, like I said, get up to 7% to 8% on sell-through rate. I'm trying to stay to my subject, guys. And my goal for 2020 was to get us back up to 5,000 listings, which I did. Plus, I actually got us up about 5,500. And I'm crawling my way up now, being in the first of the year. And I've had quite a few blowout sales and quite a few repeat buyers that have been coming by. And guys, here's part of the feedback thing too. I sold, for instance, the other day to 3 people, I want to say 15 items. 3 or 4 people, 15 items. But for each of those 3 or 4 people, I get 1 feedback. Now, you sellers that sell a lot understand that. But guys, I could have thousands of feedbacks. So, you know, like I said, I wasn't on here all the time, straight through all the time. But just because you don't see 100,000 feedbacks there doesn't mean I wasn't selling online, because I've been selling. I sold at Blue Jay. I sold at Mercari, or selling at Mercari. I sold on Bonanza. I sold on eBay quite a while. Then I got off, like I said, 6 different times because of choices they made. And then I'd come back, and then I'd say, okay, I'm tired of putting up with it for a while because of this stuff they're doing like right now. Get tired of paying money not to get a return like I want. And then I've sold on Yahoo when it was available. At one time, I had 10% of every listing in the United States on Yahoo auctions. I've got a lot of stuff. I can put it on. I just got to be able to keep my people working, which is hard under some of the restrictions that we have right now. But you know, I've done a lot of things. I've been online a long time. I had a guy say, well, I've been on here since 1997. Well, I really don't give a crap. I've had several user accounts on eBay, and you know, I'm not going to have what they used to call a pissing contest about who's been on the site longer. I don't care. My fact is, I've been doing toys since 1993, and it doesn't mean you're a great seller or a great buyer because of feedback. What makes you great is consistency of product or consistency of feedback. I'm not impressed when I see buyers say, I don't have one negative. Well, yeah, but DA, you can't get a negative because we're not allowed to give you negatives. And many buyers deserve negatives because they're jerks. But not all of them. 99.9% of my customers are great, but there are some jerks, dude. I just dealt with one. But, you know, uh, consistency is important in this business. And you guys that have been online know that and understand that. Most of our year results were awesome, and we have been up, I would say, probably 90% of the year over year, and probably about 60% to 65% month over month. I'm having a little bit of problem right now with January, as you guys know, coming off December and that rolling 31. Because I think currently right now it shows I'm down like 15, 18% or something, but that's great when you consider on the first I was down 69%. So I'm eating away at that. I just want to turn it back to positive month over month and year over year. My current state for last year, I was up as a high of 282% or 282% year over year, and my month over month had got up to 85 to 148% month over month. They were great, but I want to say literally 3 to 4 weeks off and on here and there, especially from September, I would say through November, where things could be down 60 to 70%. And I won't lie to you, I was a little aggravated that Macari, which is 1/10 of the size of eBay, there was times I was outselling eBay on Macari until well, recently. And I've also, like I said, I'd like to see my sell-through rate rise and stay consistent. I don't mind if it stays consistent at 6%, but I don't want it to drop to 5, 4, 3, or nothing. I don't like having 0 days. I probably only had like 3 or 4 0 days all year, but that's not good enough. If I'm putting on good products, guys, I expect good results, because you can't go from $200 a day to $100 a day to nothing a day. I mean, the chart and the graph says it all. If I can get eBay to stop hiding my product and making it where I got to refresh it every 6 months, then that would help me out as a seller. If I could get it to where eBay would stop screwing around with their site and basically keeping my customers from paying me, and just decide what they're going to allow me to do. I've had 10,000 listings, or not 10,000, I'm sorry, 1,000 listings and $10,000 in coins that were just kicked off the site. I believe it was October or November, or no, I'm sorry, September or October of this last year. I got an email the other day in January, last January, said, hey, February 11th, you'll be able to put coins, silver and gold, bullion, if I read it right, coins on the 11th of February. Well, I went to put on it. It says, you're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do this. Had about $1,000 worth of stuff to go. And so we called in. We wrote into the chat forum of the community on eBay. And we had a guy that said, hey, you're on my list. I'm going to put you down. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I get an answer. He said, well, now they're saying at the 28th of February to the 14th of March. Well, guys, until you get your act together, I can't get mine together. And I'm glad that I have a lot of stock to throw online, because if I had went out and purchased that, you guys would have me up a creek. That's what I'm talking about, eBay being frustrating as all get out. And I know a lot of you guys get tired of the complaints and all. I get it. I do too. But, when you're paying somebody for a service, you want the service to be where you can use it and work with it. And that's all I'm asking. Let me work. Get out of my way. Let me make my money. And I'll be happy to pay you yours. I don't mind paying my fees as long as you're not keeping me from making money. I have a problem when you get in my way and you don't let me make my money. But guys, we've had an excellent year, And we also are looking forward to this year. Hopefully eBay will get done with all their merchant account issues and all their updating crap, and they'll leave us alone for 5 to 10 years so we can actually enjoy selling on eBay again. But my goals for 2021, and for you guys that are new to eBay, don't get down about all the negativity that you've heard on this video, because it's not all negative. There's a lot of good things you can do on eBay and a lot of money you can make. But get your pen and start writing out some goals that you'd like to see. For 2021, Kathy and I have decided we want to try to hit $200,000 in value. If you want to turn and burn, be my guest, but I don't see a lot of businesses staying in business. I had a friend that was that kind of person that did that, and he/she is no longer selling because they couldn't get product fast enough a lot of times, because they say 30 days, okay, well, we need to put this on sale. 60 days, it'd go to 10% off. 90 days, it'd go 15, and so on. They'd move it up like 5 to 10% each time. Okay, we want to list $7,500 or 7,500 items, and I'd like to get my sales rate, like I told you, is up to 7 or 8%, especially when I'm on Mercari, and I work harder on eBay by far than I do Mercari, and I'm getting 13 to 15% there, and I'm only getting, on the low end, 3 to 6%. The average is 6, but you know, when they do their stuff, I hit 3 sometimes, and that gets aggravating. And honest with you guys, the one site that we're talking about right now, you know, we stomped that site's dollar amount that we wanted to make by $15,000, which is good. It was excellent to jump above that 15 to where we made an extra $15,000 over our own projections. Now, I'm only setting because I don't know how long eBay is going to do this tinkering with the site. It seems like after the last couple years or so, it never ends. And so I'm estimating for myself, Kathy and I, we discussed it. You know, I'd love to hit a 6-figure year this year, and I probably will, but I'm honest with you, only going to estimate $10,000 above what I hit last year. So I'm hoping, you know, that we can do that. I'd love to see, you know, 100 grand, but I don't know if it's possible. It's possible if eBay will leave us alone and let us do our job, but I don't know what to expect from them. That's why I'm telling some of you guys that's just starting out, that's listening to me, don't get discouraged, but until you get a solid footing, don't just count on one basket of fruit. You need to have a couple of baskets at least. I would recommend Mercari currently, but you know, eBay and Mercari, you always have most of the time one piston firing, and that's very important. I used to have up to 9 sites that I listed on, but Yahoo closed down, for instance. I sold in one day on Yahoo 150 some items. I miss them. I loved them. But they closed down the U.S. years ago, and now it's over just in China, I believe it was, which made no sense to me. But, you know, a lot of the alternative sites to eBay, guys, that's why we stay with eBay. We count on person-to-person sales. We count on contact sales. We count on Mercari sales. You know, and we do Facebook here and there and a few other things, you know. And eventually I'll get my store back up and open. But, you know, you got to have multiple things going for you, because if you count on just eBay, last year, if I just counted on eBay, that would have killed me. It would have killed me really bad, and a lot of sellers. So a lot of us have diversified a lot more. You have to stay up to date. You have to be able to change with the times. eBay's not the only ball game in town. But, guys, I want to wish you the best 2021. I thank you for your time. I'd appreciate your comments, your thoughts. If I've missed something or you've got a question for me, feel free to put it in the comments. I do answer each and every comment. If you like these kind of videos, or have a video you'd like for me to discuss with you or on YouTube, just put it in the comments below. And hey, I thank you guys that have supported me on Facebook, Marketplace, and eBay, Mercari, and all the other social media sites that I'm on. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you following me. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate your comments. You guys have a great and a wonderful day. Bye-bye.